You guys have another record-setting month for Republican fundraising numbers, but, Ms. Chairwoman, if you guys don't pass tax reform or health care reform, what good is all that money if there's no legislative accomplishment?
Well, this money's already being put to use on the ground in the 10 states that President Trump won, where there are vulnerable Democrat incumbents. We need to expand our map in the Senate so that we don't get into a situation where our margins are so slim that we can't pass major legislation. I'm still optimistic about passing tax cuts and health care reform, but we have seen with a 52-vote margin in the Senate, it's very hard to get major item agendas done for the president, and we need to expand that margin. And that's what the RNC is focused on, and this record fundraising is helping us already put us in a very good place for 2018.
All right, so for folks watching, though, you said tax cuts, not tax reforms. So are you backtracking off of the notion that we could get comprehensive tax reform done? Is that now a pipe dream?
I'm not at all. I just think it's important to say tax cuts because the centerpiece of President Trump's push is the middle class. And the middle class needs to see tax cuts. Their wages have been stagnant. They haven't seen relief. Their premiums have gone up under Obamacare. And they're looking for Washington to give them some more money so they can take home and help their families. And that's why we need to say tax cuts so that the middle class of this country knows that Republicans are fighting for them.
Well, can the Republican Party keep all three branches of government if tax reform is not completed by the midterms?
Yeah, I think listen, it's tough, but what's the alternative, Kevin? I mean, really, are we going to go to Bernie Sanders' single-payer health care monstrosity that's going to decimate our economy and our health care system? I mean, look what the Democrats are putting on the table. Republicans are at least trying to get things done for the American people. We're working.
But they haven't gotten anything done. They haven't gotten anything done.
You know what? 217 House members did pass it, and 49 senators did. This is our best Senate map we've had in 70 years. Yes, I want to get those things done, but this is not the time to walk away. This is the time to re-engage because we have to provide this president a better majority in the Senate and a majority in the House so we can accomplish the things we ran on. We want to get it done this year, but if we can't, we've got to win in the midterms.
Somebody else trying to hold on to that or expand that majority is President Trump's former chief strategist, Steve Bannon. He has said that he is going to be backing any Republican who doesn't support Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell as leader. Is that helpful to you? Is that hurtful to you? What do you make of all this?
Well, the great thing about the RNC is we stay neutral in primaries for this very reason. When you have divisive primaries and it's competitive and tempers or emotions flare, we need to bring people together after the primary and let our purpose unite us because we want to keep those seats Republican. I do get concerned about too many primaries depleting resources and taking resources away from the general, so we'll see what happens. But we're focused on keeping those seats and expanding our majority in the Senate.
Do you think Majority Leader McConnell should continue to be Majority Leader?
Oh, that's not my question. I think McConnell's done a great job. I really do, under the circumstances. I've sat in the Senate policy meetings, and I've watched him talk to the senators about that we need to get health care repeal and replace done, and we need to get tax cuts put forward. He's had 3 senators who aren't willing to budge. He needs a better majority, but I'm not going to throw any of our Republicans under the bus. They're doing the best they can.
So what's your message then to Steve Bannon?
You know, there's no message to Steve except, you know, Steve's done a great job for the president. He's engaged. He's emotional about these races. He's going to get involved. Of course he is. Everybody should. Everybody should be engaged. Steve's mission's the same as mine in the sense that we need to get a better majority for the president going into 2018.
You're in Michigan. There's another famous Michiganite who has been in the news recently, rapper Marshall Mathers, or Eminem, and he's been very critical of the administration releasing that rap video against President Trump. What do you make of that?
You know, I don't think I'm going to take any advice from Eminem on how to treat women or how to behave. I think this is an opportunistic artist trying to sell records, and it's pretty shameful.
And what do you make of everything going on with the Harvey Weinstein allegations? You've had a lot to say about that as well on Twitter, I've noticed.
Yeah, I think it's interesting that the DNC has still not pledged to return that money that they raised from Harvey Weinstein, close to $300,000. You've seen a lot of Democrats step forward. This really hasn't been a tough issue for them. They want to return the money from a man who obviously was a sexual predator, committed assault on many, many women. Democrats across the board have returned that money. Democrats have called on the DNC to return that money. I don't know why they're not returning it. It seems like if they're a party that says they're going to stand for women, this would be a good time to return money from somebody who clearly abused women.